and just leverage that for 20 minutes. That's it. It's simple, nothing more, nothing less. No need to make it more complicated. Meditation in and of itself is, what can I do to align myself to be present with myself and my thoughts and the current moment? For me, the game per se that allows me to be able to stay in that state easier than others is through breath. If you want to feel literally the air go through your nostrils and then into your body, and then with that exhale, you really feel, yourself pushing out, like, and feeling that can allow you to, again, kind of keep the mind in a place where it's within the body instead of, within your mind going to those thoughts that we're essentially trying to, quiet. And on that though, that there are many other styles, modalities, techniques with regards to meditation. Some of the other modalities that exist out there is like, candle work, where you leverage the use of a candle or a flame by staring at the flame or by staring around the flame in some capacity. And I recommend that you don't just jump from one to the next if you don't see that one is getting you what you think are the results you'd like to see. I recommend sticking with one for a sound period of time, and only really you can know what sound period of time is, because ultimately I could say 3 months and that would sound like a good barometer, right? But like, if you're not being intentional with regards to what goes into that 3 months, then it's not the same as if, someone who obviously puts in a certain amount of intention and, okay, where am I going wrong here, over the course of, a less time frame. I always try to execute this meditation piece of this earlier on in the day, because sometimes when I get towards the night, if I execute this, I can tend to be tired when I go into it. And when I say tired, it's like I notice myself, because you don't want to have the practice become something where you start to doze during it because you've had a long day or what have you. You almost literally throughout the practice of the meditation want to be present with yourself. I mean, you want to be present with yourself, aware of your surroundings without allowing the body's battery to get in the way of the work that you're doing on the mind. Meditation doesn't even necessarily have to be, all right, I'm sitting down in a room with my hands on my legs or what have you. You can practice meditation in daily life by being present, period. One of the crux of meditation and being there, the end result of why we do the practice is that level of awareness, that level of stillness, that level of being present. And that can be leveraged in everyday life by being one with your current situation and ensuring that you practice that whenever life situations occur, and take it as an opportunity to say, hey, you know what, like outside of my meditations, I'm going to interject and put this into my daily interactions and kind of see what comes with that. I think one of the things that I wanted to make sure I got across in this is it's real simple. Like I can speak to this now, like this video isn't complex. This video isn't this 10-step process. This video isn't, you need to have X. This is because this is a very simple thing that can be implemented into anyone's day if you choose. And so, you're not going to see me come here and tell you, here's the rubric towards getting towards this state. It's very, very simple. The only thing that it really requires is commitment and consistency by you. If you make this worthwhile and you make it a priority, it will reflect back to you. And like, please, I'll say more so, like if you have meditated previously and it hasn't worked for you, or you're meditating now and you're struggling or anything like that, like drop a line, like let me know in the comments, hey, I'm doing this isn't working for me because of X, but like, be detailed. Like I will get back to you. I'm here to spread love. Like I don't want anything from you. I'm not asking for anything. All I want to do, the reason why I create this channel is to give back, because I've been blessed in my life with practices, things that have been passed on and, I found that work for me, and I want to be able to share it with you and see, yay, if it works for you, dope. If it doesn't work for you, dope. Like, this entire existence that we belong to, I feel, should have some of these gems that allow us to be better individuals, human beings, and just frequencies to continue to pass that on to others so that they themselves can pass it on to others, so they themselves can pass it on to others, and we could just live in bliss. You know what I mean? Because like that is what this world, this existence that we're in, has the opportunity to give every human being if they choose to try to find the ways that they can unlock it in their own personal lives. Give you a actual like inaction of me preparing for what is my daily meditations so that you can see how simple it is. You don't need a bunch of different items. You don't need you can have a specific room, that you choose to, use your practice in or not. But, I meditate whenever I'm traveling. I meditate whenever I'm over at, honestly, friend's house, chilling, if I'm at extended stay, wherever it may be, there's the opportunity to be able to quiet the mind. And you don't need anything more, honestly, than a very comfortable place to relax. You really don't need anything else outside of that. And that's kind of why I wanted to make this so that you can physically see. That said, for me personally, I like to do either guided meditations or I like to leverage frequency music throughout my meditations. And I have my headphones as such here. So what I'll do is basically pop in. I do roughly I start at 5 minutes before I've gone all the way up to 30 plus minutes. I find 20 for me in spurts and bouts. Like, I do once a day, bare minimum, non-negotiable. If I need more than that, then I'll leverage that as well. But typically when I'm talking about plugging it in, it's 20 minutes throughout the day. With regards to the headphones, just plug in as such. Find whatever jam that I like to leverage on my particular phone or that I want to. And so here's an awesome point, right? So if I'm going through something that I want to see, area of greater abundance in, or something that I am going through in life that has a certain character around it. Say, for instance, like for whatever reason, I may be in a state of fear. I'll find a guided meditation that specifically speaks to releasing fear, overcoming fear, something like that. And I'll test and see how that works. But I will continue to, even throughout the day after my meditation, whole nother topic, I'll continue to listen to less of rap music, anything else that, pulls away, anything it may be. And I'll actually listen to specific items that are around that topic of releasing fear. It's almost like a programming thing.
That's a major key, you know what I mean?
But more specifically in here, there's typically ones, I said the frequency music is what I'll go to, or I'll go to certain, I won't say affirmation types, but certain releasing control. Because for me, control is a big one that I have to constantly at my present be aware of. So letting go is a big one for me that I tend to gravitate towards. And so there's a couple of those that I love, but that's just specifically for me. Yours may be, relationship driven, or it may be, abundance driven, or it may be, confidence driven. Whatever it is, find that particular piece that, works for you if you choose to listen to something throughout meditation and leverage that. With that being said, so I'll just put timer on my phone for said time period. I'll put in 20 minutes, just press play like this, literally have my headphones going with regards to the particular piece I want to listen to. Put my hands on my knees like such, and I will just breathe in for 5. Breathe out for 10. Breathe in for 5. Breathe out. Inhalation and exhalation, really feel it going through your body, and just leverage that for 20 minutes. That's it. It's simple, nothing more, nothing less. No need to make it more complicated.